So Cohesity is a new way in a new era in data management, and EasyShare provides easy to use and secure software product to boost workforce efficiency and productivity in both public and private sector. This is our webinar, and welcome and thank you again for joining us today. Let me move on today's agenda. We will start with today's introductions of Optineum solution. Then after that, it will go on to introduction on EasyShare and also introduction on Cohesity, then demo of EasyShare, and also after that, there will be demo of Cohesity, and move on to a Q&A session, and lastly, we end the session with a lucky draw. The lucky draw will be announced from the participant that joined for our webinar today, and we will send you an email personally if you are chosen for the lucky draw, and we will deliver to you personally. So our first agenda. So I would like to introduce which is my director, general manager basically, Mr. Su Chong Tek for Optineum Solution, and I'm the moderator today and also a channel sales for Optineum Solution. Let me explain on why are we doing for this webinar. As you guys know that today is our first day of MCO, and things are getting bad, as in like our pandemics, and make us need to work from remote work from home, and things are getting tougher, and every company is moving to digitalization. So mostly of the organization move to digitalization, so they actually move the journey at a faster rate, such as work remotely. So we will presenting on these two solutions, which is EasyShare and Cohesity. During the presentation, right, if you have any further questions, then you can click on the question below and type the question out, then we will answer during the Q&A session. But let's move on to the introduction for EasyShare. I will pass it to Max to explain on the EasyShare solution part. Hi Max. I pass it to you.
Yes, thanks. Okay, thanks. Let me share my screen. Good morning, everyone. Let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yep, can see.
Okay, good. Hey, good morning, everyone. So let me do a short intro of EasyShare, right? As you can see, I think CS has put in a very good title topic, right? Called Expert Tips on How to Share Files Securely Over the Internet. So in the next few slides, what I'll do is I'll introduce to you what EasyShare is, how do we do things with our customers, as well as some of the functions and features that's available on EasyShare, right? So why does EasyShare matter? As CS explained earlier, or as announced earlier, I think with the second we call it MCO 2.0, right? With MCO 2.0, I think a lot of people are back into the remote work, doing remote work, right? Working from home, working from whatever place that is, I guess, basically outside of the office, and essentially file management, file security will be a big concern for organizations, right? When you're working in the office, everything can be secured, right? Your file servers can be secured, your storage can be secured. When you are working or collaborating on documents, it's easier, right? It's easier all within the office network environment. But when it comes to remote working, or even if you are not working at home, you're working from Starbucks, for example, right? There will be challenges. There will be challenges of how to how an organization secure that files that your EasyShare, it's a platform, right? It's a single platform where it allows you to manage, share, and govern files, right, from anywhere, anytime. Thus, we label it a secure enterprise, secure file security solution. When you look at the use cases, where can you use EasyShare, right? You look at on the right hand side, right, where you see that there is large file transfer, there's secure collaboration, there's smart sync and backup. This is the three things that I will be going through with you today, right? On how EasyShare will be able to achieve this three use cases that I've presented here, right? Besides the use cases, obviously we look at other things as well, right? We look at how we can also improve or enhance your infrastructure, right? Like for example, today, organization might be connected to local storages, but with EasyShare, we provide you with connectors that you can also concurrently connect to cloud storages if you want to modernize all the different storages. Obviously, later on you'll hear from Cohesity, right? Cohesity, how they can also improve or enhance your infrastructure with several different things like ransomware detection, a very high level encryption that they provide on the Cohesity platform, right? Besides infrastructure, we also look at things that we use daily, the USB drives, for example, right? A lot of organizations have started restricting the use of USB drives. Why restricting? Because with a USB drive, it's easy for you to into your corporate environment. A risk, right? A risk of ransomware spreading or virus or malware and is being uploaded into your organization network. Another big thing you get the bottom left, right, which I mentioned as SMB replacement. This is where when you look at SMB, you also think of ransomware, right? The first and second wave of ransomware attacks into organization is through the SMB protocol. You don't use SMB, you can use other alternatives protocol like HTTP to manage organization, right? So what I'll do is I'll get on into some use cases or customer references that uses EasyShare, right? So for example, Raffles Medical Group, right? So Raffles Medical Group is similar to like the Glen Eagles, the Pantai hospitals in Malaysia, right? Where, they utilize EasyShare to share sensitive documents to patient. In Singapore, a lot of there's a lot of what they call medical tourists, right? Tourists that comes. Obviously, this is before COVID that comes into Singapore, where where they seek treatment in Singapore, and when they go back to their respective countries, there is this need of sending back certain sensitive documents, patient documents, back to the patients, right? With EasyShare, what the hospital can do now is that they can send records so before the recipients can download or view the files, they verify they will authenticate. what, receive what, where was this document downloaded. All these are tracked within that audit tracking facilities available on EasiShare. Right? Resorts World, Sentosa, right? It's another customer of ours that uses EasiShare to do external file sharing and request, right? Basically, whatever large file or whatever file that they are sharing within the organization, within outside of Resorts World, to their customers, to their partners. This is where they use EasiShare, right, to send it out. Right? EasiShare provides again a platform that is enough to send, receive files.
Max.
And the message delivered securely.
Max, sorry,
Yep.
sorry to disturb. Is your line a bit breaking?
Okay.
Hello?
Do anything about it?
Yeah, now only it's like keep cracking now.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do anything about it. I'm on Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Right. I'll just continue.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So audit logs, admin activities tracking, and all that is part and parcel of the system. Right. Sentosa, the Sentosa Island itself, the management of the Sentosa also use, instead of using or file request, they are using EasiShare to collaborate securely within the the organization, and this makes it difficult without using your map drives and all that to do collaboration. So this is where they have replaced all SMB protocol in the organization with the use of EasiShare, right? EasiShare to collaborate, whether it's collaborating, working on documents, whether it's sending documents across to the different departments. So they are using EasiShare as the unified interface, right, to do all this collaboration. And the last use case that I wanted to share is a school, right? It's a school in Singapore called Institute of Technical Education, right? So they use EasiShare all the as files on the laptops and desktop is synced, right? It's back to central repository so that the files, the work files that they are working on is there's a safe copy in the central repository, and just in case, right, the laptops gets corrupted or gets it's not working properly, they can still retrieve their work files from this central repository, right? So these are among some of the customers, some of the many customers that is using EasiShare. This slide shows you the different customers that we have that's using EasiShare today. And then let's get on to what EasiShare will be able to provide for you in terms of file security. So there is the platform, right, that we provide, and there is the integration part. The integration part is where we work with our partners to deliver value-added functionality on top of the platform, on top of the EasiShare platform, right? And one of our partners today is, in fact, Cohesity, right? Cohesity, which provides us with the data management platform, some additional function like ransomware detection on files, on scanning of files that's available, that is uploaded in, right? So again, just wanted to stress that at EasiShare, we focus on security, we focus on control, we focus on visibility, right? Giving you the utmost control in terms of management, monitoring, right? Monitoring of the system admin activity.
Oh, Max.
Right. Yeah. So, right.
Your screen, no, you didn't share screen already.
Sorry.
You done your part already? Okay.
No. Do you see my screen?
Okay, I see your screen now. Sorry, your line keep breaking.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can go on.
Through large file sharing use case. Yeah. And of secure collaboration, I did mention a bit earlier. There's a folder role permission. There is single access point to the different file storages. So if you look at it, we are providing a full suite of functions and features that's able to allow you to work completely, out of the office, including things like online editing, check in, check out of documents, versioning. So these are just some of the features and functions that we provide, right? So that you can just work out of the office and allow the office to ensure that documents that the office documents or the work documents that you're working on are secure, right? Secure with the necessary features and functions, so that they do not get worried about losing some of right. We do also deliver it on various desktops, for example, the Mac. Well, use any of these devices to access EasiShare easily, right? And the last thing that I wanted to talk about, obviously, is Smart Sync and Backup, where with the the syncing of all your work files from the laptop or desktop to a central repository, you get things like Delta Sync. Delta Sync essentially is once you sync a full file, subsequent updates to the file are synced in smaller chunks, so that you do not clog up the bandwidth, right? You need to use a lot more bandwidth than required. There is files available to the users, right? Then backend, right? When you look at the backend, you look at obviously, right? The security in transit, security at rest, the encryption at rest, the different architectures that's available, as well as governance and compliance, a little bit on the ISO standards that we are here to, as well as the MTCS. In terms of architecture, we do provide different architectures, standard and enterprise, where the standard enterprise provides you with easy to deploy environment, whereas if you need a more secure environment, this is where the enterprise edition comes into play, which is air gap compliant, right? The entire solution sits on top of a Microsoft technology stack, right? Then the last thing just wanted to highlight is the integration part of it, right? With the integration part, not only do we work with Cohesity in the data management portion, we also work with other partners which provide semantic searches, data protection, threat prevention, analytics, as well as our very own allowing other business systems, right, to tap onto our features and functions through the REST API to leverage on our platform to deliver files through, integrated through a API, set of APIs, right? Just to highlight a little bit on Cohesity, we do provide that connector, the already integrated connector to Cohesity, right? Cohesity has a solution which Kong Long will, showcase later. I think it's one of the best platform, data management platform, right? That's available in the market, and I'm sure Kong Long will have many more things to tell you about it, right? So in summary, for my portion, I think EasiShare, if you look at it as a differentiator, right? We focus on architecture, right? The standard enterprise, the high availability. We look at the SIM integration, whether and obviously the security aspect, whether we want to do a remote wipe, homing wipe, admin, two-stage recycle bin, we call it admin recycle bin, right? And all the encryption that happens in between, right? So this is what EasiShare is about, and I will pass it back to CS.
Oh,
CS, back to you.
Thank you, Max. Thanks for the wonderful presentations. For now, I will pose a question for EasiShare, a poll question. So we would like the audience to answer the polls. We give it a minute for them to vote for the poll. So far, most of them like the features of EasyShare is secure file sharing. And the second one would be Smart Sync Backup. Okay, we will end the poll now. So we will move on. We will move on to the next agenda. I will share the result first. As you guys can see, it will be the first one will be secure file sharing. Then after that will be the Smart Sync Backup, and lastly the collaboration. That which is the among the features of EasyShare, which one the audience that like the most about EasyShare features. So let me continue for today's agenda. I will pass to Kong Long to explain on the Cohesity. Hi, Kong Long.
Hi, CS. Hi, all.
Hi,
Max. Yeah, you can hear me. Let me prepare my sharing my screen. Hold on.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So, all right, everyone see my slide here. So, very good morning to all, and in the MCO 2.0 day, everyone stay home, I guess. Okay, my name is Kong Long. I'm the technical sales in Cohesity Malaysia. So today I'm going to bring you a topic talk about redefining data management. So that's now Max talk about enterprise fast sync and share, collaboration, backup, endpoint protection, right? So called. But I'm talking about the how you redefine the data management as part of the integration to the EasyShare. Okay. Before I start, mostly most of you are not aware about who is Cohesity, but if you do a Google search about Dr. Mohit, which is the founder, and you will get a lot of interesting back from the Google search itself, talking about this company being a top unicorn company in Silicon Valley, and is Mohit is like a superstar in the Silicon Valley today. On the background of Mohit is he's coming from Google File System, chief engineer for it, and as a father of hyperconverged from Nutanix. So these two technology combined hyper-converged with a Google file system. This is where Cohesity been inherited. Okay, so we haven't gone through the IPO process yet. We are targeting most likely very this year or next year. And very exciting news is our investor here. You can see here we have SoftBank, Sequoia, even Google itself is dumping money to here. And I do have a big giant IT vendor here like HPE and Cisco. And even Morgan Stanley is our own our own customer who actually like our solution and deploy our solution worldwide. And our solution itself being rated as a leader in the Gartner, Forrester, and many, many more. The next one, I just show you that one of my favorite third-party evaluator, Giga Radar, to evaluate for the unstructured data management. Cohesity is one of the leader. You look at this, and closer to the center means the completeness of the solution itself. And just want to highlight here, we are from the platform play, means we are creating our own platform to help customer to manage the data management, rather than some of the solution outside there is based on feature and function, and they run on different people platform. So that's make us a lot of difference compared with others. Okay, but back to the situation today, that this is by Gartner itself. We predicted the exponential growth of the unstructured content is going to be very, very huge, venturing into area of like IoT, CCTV video surveillance. So this create a lot of challenges, in customer existing environment. And then today, almost 70% of your intelligent property are classified as unstructured data, I believe so. Okay, so then it bring out to some of the challenges, especially in this pandemic situation. We start seeing that customer have budget constraint. Okay, revenue can't meet it, then next management will ask you to cut the cost. So this is one of the key initiative that everyone's going through. And the other one, like what Max and CS mentioned, and we start seeing a lot of people moving to digital platform. Okay, digital workplace to work on it, and most of them are like you and me sitting at home today trying to access to the contents, or try to access the intellectual property that in the data center. Then we all do face a difficulty based on the network, based on remote, based on security. That this is another challenges that most of the organization are facing today, and they are embarking to this journey to actually transform to tech refresh, to actually enhance their current infrastructure in order to support this. And don't forget about, we start seeing a lot of news coming, certain big organization being affected by ransomware, and then they have such a loss, or even of the giant company sitting in Silicon Valley also feel the same. And okay, so that is basically giving a lot of threat to all organization, and to all the compliance, to all the security concern for point of view. But the thing is, some organization choose to be not changing anything. I mean, it's a hard time for everyone to go through. But the impact of status quo, I want to just tell the audience here is, we start seeing that if you are choose not to do anything, and you were still facing some of the challenges on whatever infrastructure you have today. Things like the cost were growing up because of the forklift upgrade. The cost were going up because you have too many silo of individual services infrastructure running in your environment, right? that will cost you more than others. Now, that's some example I can quote it later. So multiple product, multiple vendor you need manage, those all will be translated to a tangible cost. And from operation point of view, because of the efficiency use of the current infrastructure, right? So think about that. World have changed already. You can't use same infrastructure to serve a new behavior, new norm. That's where the overhead will increase. We start seeing people coming back telling us that they could not restore, they cannot recover the data when the disaster hit due to a massive ransomware attack. So those are the things. They miss all the SLA. And last point is, of course, due to unsecured current infrastructure, they start feeling threat. They start feeling a compliance issue, on the existing infrastructure. So if you choose to be a status quo, this might be the challenges that you are also facing today. But what if we, okay, can come in to have to achieve certain thing like this? One single platform. We have to consolidate to one single platform as a one single data management platform that will help you to regain your ROI within 7 months, and we give you a global space efficiency. Hey, today technology, today infrastructure, Intel CPU is powerful enough for you to do something like dedupe and compress. Why don't we help you to actually consolidate all this in the single platform, in the same time giving you more efficiency use to reduce your capacity procurement. So that's the idea. We give you global space efficiency and give you more visibility to all your data today. Yeah, just asking yourself today, do you know what sort of data is being kept in your organization, sitting in all the silo, maybe in the backup, maybe in the nest, or maybe in the object storage, and how easy for you to access to those information and pull those information out as an insight, or do in depth. So everyone is talking about analytic right today. So we provide you this indexing and searching capability like what Google provide to the world, the such easy to wildcard and search. And we also want to make sure that, when come to a disaster, you can bring up the services, as fast as possible. I think that's what every organization KPI are. Bring up the services as fast as possible. If it's not available, we give you an instant mass resource to recover more than 100 VM within 1 hour, that kind of benchmarking. Okay, of course, overall, we are coming in to help to save more money, cut down the TCO, and we make sure that all this platform is integrated well with to prevent from antivirus, malicious code, and all the ransomware attack. Okay, we will talk more about that in a little bit later. But what in the summary one, what Cohesity want to provide is, if we are giving one single platform, which is we have our own span FS, is equivalent to global, is equivalent to Google file system that can scale unlimited. So you do not need to go through challenges like forklift, end of support, and then you need to do migration. So we help you to simplify the entire platform, and using a Helios, a single GUI or pane to actually manage all the cluster, irregardless whether it's in the cloud or irregardless whether it's the edge or in the core. Okay, and the good thing about this platform is future proofing, and we allow you to go to Cohesity Marketplace and start downloading some of the apps, right, to the platform itself to serve, to add more value to the data. Things like antivirus, things like compliance. Later I talk about that. Okay, so then roll back to today infrastructure. Let's pick one of the example of the infrastructure today, which is NAS. Okay, most likely you have deployed the nest to serve, some of the people, office people, for file sharing purposes, and some of the apps is running depending on the NFS SMB share. And we are toward the IoT era, that most of the time that we do not require SMB or NFS, rather than people are choosing the S3 as a protocol. So in this case, is like, if you already have NAS and suddenly due to IoT devices, due to some of the coding, some of the apps, right, developer coming tell you that I will need the S3 protocol, then we will see that what customer choice is, you go out and acquire another silo, another storage, right, and provide S3 protocol, and sitting in the environment, you are creating more cost, and all this content sitting there could be similar, and you can't reference to each other to actually enjoy the efficiency, to cut down the cost. So beside that, those infrastructure need to support the external app infrastructure. And in order to make the completeness of the entire solution, you probably need to include the external other services like antivirus, running compliance, running analytic, and running some data management, throughout another silo. So you are creating multiple silo in this case, like existing file storage, object gateway, creating a silo because running antivirus, compliant, analytic. And how about moving to the cloud? Is that seamless, can be lift and shift to the cloud? So in the cloud also, you have to subscribe to antivirus, compliance, all this will become. So that's what we call mass data fragmentation issue that you're creating in the traditional legacy system. But how Cohesity smart system come in the picture, and how we integrate with EasyShare? Okay, let me go to the next. We are helping to consolidate all type storage, right? Whether it's SMB, NFS, or S3, become one single platform. That platform is software defined, means you can actually run in the appliance, you can run as a virtual, or you can run it as a cloud. So we have to consolidate this to facilitate, for in this case, all the people, file sharing apps and machine. And we help. Remember just now I mentioned about we can run some of the services in this platform. In this case, we are running the antivirus, we are running compliance, analytic, and data management inside this platform itself. We make fully use of the platform they invested, make fully use of the resources inside, not only to store your content, but also run other value services to basically enhance it. So this is what I mean by we are future proof. In future, there's more apps coming in the marketplace, right? You can anytime download it to enhance the entire platform. And we also do data classification. We do analytics, so-called analytic, to telling you those content ingested to this platform, who is creating that, who deleted it, who accessing to the sensitive information, and who actually being impacted by the ransomware, or who actually store some any insensitive information inside this platform. For instance, like customer like to store a password in the plain text format inside the company shared repository. That's the common thing. We'll be able to help you detect that. Okay, and EasyShare come in the picture is make us to extend the value. So EasyShare, we're doing the enterprise parsing and share to convert those S3, SMB, or NFS become a HTTPS. So you can the data in the organization, right? The content, right, can be reached out anywhere, any place, at any time you like it, and they will do all the delta sync like what Max mentioned there. So, but from Cohesity point of view, we are giving you a repository, a secure repository. In the same time, we will add more value like antivirus and others compliance data classification feature inside this platform to complete the entire thing. And if you choose to move to the public cloud in the future, like just now, one of the question posted, can the solution run in the on-prem or in the cloud? Actually, is for both. And Cohesity is the one to bring the content, whatever store content, either through the EasyShare or through the NFS or SMB, and we can help you to seamlessly move it to the cloud if you choose to. Okay, so in summary, EasyShare provide a manage, share, and govern file, doing all the file sharing, collaboration, backup, edge point singing. And most amazing thing that I got to this solution working with Max, right, is I do recognize this is the best solution, file, sync, and share. And from the security point of view, they have a one-time password, they have a multi-factor authentication. That's the strength of the EasyShare. But the most important thing, in here is we are creating an environment, to let people extend in the digital workplace. They can work on the file itself, the content itself, anytime, anywhere, and in any devices. Okay. For the from a smart file workload point of view, besides we supporting EasyShare, this is some of the common use cases that customers are using Cohesity to store their company contents, like to do content management, to do the video, corporate video, and some of the CCTV civilians in contents. And we also have integrated to some of the case like security logs analysis and some digital archiving, backup archiving, and etc. etc. So do approach to us. We can discuss further on other use cases. Okay, so just want to highlight here. We are fully secure and being fully certified by Malaysia Common Criteria Evaluation. It means we are being certified, recognized, and rest assured by the Cybersecurity Malaysia. Okay, so in summary, what we with the two solution here, what we bring to the customer, we bring a Google-like simplicity to the enterprise data management. Okay, we create an unlimited skill kind of data platform for you to store all your contents, and a customer always start either with data protection or with the web skill NAS. And with the EasyShare combination, we extend the mobility, extend the file sharing and collaborative to any of the devices. And of course, end up is we have to prevent for all the malicious code and try to enhance through access control, etc., etc. So this is the way we redefine the data management. Okay, I will stop here. If you have any question, feel free to post it in the chat. And in the same time, I pass back to the CS. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, Kong Long for his presentations for Cohesity. I will launch a poll question for Cohesity. Feel free to vote. I will give 1 minute to answer this poll. Yeah. Okay, so most of the people that vote for the most attractive for features for Cohesity, they would prefer data protection and recovery. And the second one would be the unstructured content, and the last one will be the file sharing. So let's move on for the next agenda. Max, will be back to you for the demo.
Hi.
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Can.
Okay, so I do apologize earlier for the audio quality. I think if you need more information, you can reach out to CS, right? On EasyShare. Yeah, I'm sure he's more than willing to do the presentation again for you. Yeah. So what we are doing right now is that we are moving into the demo session, right? Demo session. I'll start off the demo, showing you a little bit about EasyShare, how it works, how it connects to Cohesity, and then I'll pass it on to Kong Long, where he will show you more on the Cohesity side of it. Right? Just let me start the slides. So just to give you an overview, how our two solutions are integrated, how EasyShare and Cohesity is integrated. So on the EasyShare side, you are able to utilize your mobile, your desktop devices to access EasyShare, right? And as you access EasyShare, if you are working in the office internally or through a VPN, as you upload files, it goes into EasyShare. Or if these files are delivered to the recipients, right? The recipients will also need to access EasyShare to download these files. Where does all these files are kept? EasyShare does not keep it within EasyShare itself, right? What we do is we store the files in Cohesity, right? Either via the S3 or the SMB protocol that Cohesity provides, right? So in general, this is how we work with Cohesity to ensure that your files are securely stored on the Cohesity data management platform, right? How does all this works? If you look at the presentation that I'm sharing with you, right? You do see it as a full screen, right? So I'm just checking again.
Yeah,
So
can see,
yeah,
can see.
so if you look at it, if you look at the the slides that I have here, and I'm also going to play a video on how EasyShare easily connects to Cohesity, right? So this is our admin portal. There is I mean, for interest of time, I have enabled Cohesity. I have configured Cohesity. You are able to add additional drives into Cohesity, right? Able to you can see, you enter a path, Cohesity provides a path, you enter a path in there. You can set quota, you can set threshold alerts, you can even add a recycle bin and restrict devices that can access Cohesity, right? So this is where it is such an easy task to create a Cohesity drive in EasyShare, and after the drive has been created, you can additionally set permission, who can access the drive, what permission, as I mentioned earlier, owner, author, contributor. So these are some of the various permissions, right, that you can set to one or many users that you have that you want to be connected to this Cohesity storage, right? And has the Cohesity storage is enabled, obviously the next thing is that you can use EasyShare to do various different functions, right? As I mentioned earlier, the three use cases, file sharing, collaboration, as well as smart sync and backup, right? So this is where the EasyShare interface allows you to perform all these different things. But for this particular demo, I'll be showing the file request, right? The file request, how do you, file sharing, how do you do file sharing to an external recipient, right? Obviously, first you need to upload your files, right? As you upload your files, the system will verify, right? There's also auto tagging that you've seen earlier, where you can actually tag the files with different sensitivity or confidentiality, right? As the file is uploading, as you can see now, the file can also go through things like the AV scan, and as well as the true file type format checking, right? As I also mentioned earlier, all this are through the collaboration with our partners, right? In terms of AV scanning, we collaborate with brands like Symantec, Trend Micro, in the sense of true file type checking, where we do check, validate files, right? The extension as well as the file content to make sure that they are the same, not just a not just a file that has got a different that has got a rename extension that you can actually force and upload into EasyShare. So we do check to make sure that the file is truly what the file is. So for example, if your extension is DOC, right, we do check whether the file is DOC before it's being allowed into EasyShare. And the last thing I wanted to show is, of course, the sharing and collaboration feature, right, of EasyShare. Let me just quickly run the video. As you complete upload the file, you are able to then share the file out, right? So through a right click, in this case, through a right click, you can actually easily select share, right? You want to share, in this case, I'll type my own name, sharing to myself, right? Email, typing my email, typing my mobile number. And as you can see, there's also a list of different things like link expiry, OTP, notification, and view only mode, right? So these are the different things that you can select as a sender, right? Obviously, you can send to one or more senders, right? And when you send it, if it's a OTP, view only mode with OTP, then the user is not able to download. The next thing, obviously, is collaboration, which I was talking a lot about right earlier. And in terms of collaboration, there is a built-in online editor as well. A built-in online editor that you can actually edit your documents, right? within the EasiShare environment. So this goes back to where we were talking about earlier, where if you are doing remote work, working remotely, right, from the office, instead of allowing your employees to download the document and work on their home PC, you can actually push everything into a secure environment through the web browser, where office documents, sensitive office documents are not you are not able to be downloaded to the user's PC, but they are worked on a secure web space or web browser, right, to do the editing and to update the documents. So this is what I have, right, for the demo. Again, if you need to know more, if you need more demo, more detailed walkthrough, I think CS, reach out to CS. CS will be able to help you on that, right? So I'll pass it over to back to CS or to Kong Lo.
Yeah. So basically, that's the demo for EasyShare, for how the EasyShare features works. And EasyShare is file sharing platform that focus more on security, control, and visibility. And thanks, Max, for the demo. And if you have any
You're
more
welcome.
inquiry for EasyShare, you can just look for me or contact me. And we'll move on to the next agenda. We will go back to Cohesity to show on the demo for we move to Kong Long to show more on Cohesity. Pass back to you, Kong Long.
Okay, thanks. Yes, what an impressive demo by Max. Anyway, I'm also one of user of EasyShare today. Let's come back to Cohesity, and there's few questions posted just now. I just want to, it's related to this demo. Someone asking, do we provide the ransomware detection? In fact, this is the demo I'm going to show you. But before we go down to that ransomware demo, just give you a high level. This is a Helios I mentioned, a single pane of glass to actually to manage all your data. In this case, that I'm managing, monitoring 74 total clustered among the world, okay, across all the continent. And I can actually anytime go down to each individual of this cluster and do all the daily routine procedure, like creating a backup, creating a nest, doing all the integration. And so I give you the health of all my cluster, the data protection, how many my workload has been protected. We can easily help you to identify that, and even protected already. Are they in a compliance? Do they have antivirus deploy or any etc. And from efficiency point of view, yes. Just now the question asking, do we provide storage efficiency? We are providing inline compress and dedupe, and look at the example here that throughout all the 70 clustered the world, right? The storage being provisioned is more than 5.4 petabyte, okay, on the logical data. But we help customers to reduce because we have a technology like variable length deduplication, and we all do reference all the content coming from backup, coming from NAS, coming from the machine, S3, whatever. All this information are referenced to each other. That's how we help customer to save everything in the single platform, that we do a global dedupe cut across all this platform, all this workload. That's how we can achieve even more compared with whatever traditional storage efficiency technology sitting in the silo solution in the market today. Okay, then let's give you a view on the data protection. Same thing, we can help customers to track all the information from whether your data is protected, giving you a visibility of how the infrastructure has been set up, how's and the next thing is the fast services that you have deployed, whether it's SMB or you deploy a namespace with all these three protocols together, NFS, S3, SMB. In fact, we also support Shift for information. Okay, or you just want to present it to the IoT devices that only S3, we give you a breakdown of all these protocol use, the consumption use of all these namespace, the activity, and all the throughput, so to manage not only from capacity point of view, but performance point of view. As I mentioned that every content ingested through all this protocol to this data platform, we start doing indexing and we start doing metadata tagging, and that's where we can identify, a file attribute. And moving forward, we're going to give a customer a data classification feature to help them to classify the content sitting in Cohesity platform. Okay, so next one move is like I say, we are a software-defined data platform. We can run as an on-prem. We can also run as in the cloud or in the virtual environment. This is the typical cloud environment that we are actually doing a archive, ingesting to AWS, ingesting to Azure and GCP, and we also save some of the storage efficiency, from the point of view that when you move the content out of your organization to the cloud. Okay, so we show you how much to restore, but the main demo today is talk about ransomware. So Helio is the one who actually give you a monitoring, and Helio is the AI for you. We do machine learning throughout all the content being ingested to this platform. We start doing the anonymous detection. So for this case, let me show you. Within last month, within this period, we actually created, there's already 18 occurrence in the 74 clustered. In fact, in the 8 clustered, they streamed down. 8 clustered having ransomware attack, possible ransomware attack in here, and it coming from 4 sources, and then we already have 18 protection group created to protect some of it, and just go down to one of these, that with the highest anonymous strength 66, we give you a percentage of that coming from which source, in which cluster, and when it happened, and we click down to it. You can see the detection is based on entrepreneurs, the randomized of the data itself, or the detection is based on the data written. It means a data, suddenly spike it up, during the Friday backup compared with the normal Monday to Tuesday, and maybe that's where we want to classify this as a potential of ransomware attack. And we also detect throughout the native change of the content itself. Think about that, file suddenly being encrypted. That's nature, the fundamental nature of ransomware attack, right? And normally when this situation happen, what user will do? User cannot open the file, and there's a message pop up. They will raise a help desk, and IT only coming in to resolve that particular file itself. Either they manage to recover it, either they pay the ransom to recover it. But think about this, this is a human way to do the ransomware protection. And today, right, in your practice, and it's not efficient enough because you wouldn't know that ransomware, that malicious code itself already spread it out to any other cluster or not, any other silo data container you have in the organization. That's the scary part. But in Cohesity, we are using AI to help you to trap that. So if the file is being encrypted, we make sure that it's not encrypted by the native application itself. There's some intelligence behind this. And as you can see, this all the detection, and as simple as like you're going to shopping, right? You just add the object to be recovered in the shopping cart, and come back to the main one, and and this is for specific case. For some time that IT have no time, to actually to recover one by one, right? We give an easy way to actually recover that. Like here, I want to include all the last month, all the possible ransomware cases that in here. Okay, and then I just click recovered. So you can see that we make the thing more easier. The AI, the Helios will suggest which is the last clean snapshot copy. Okay, just in case that after you discuss with your BU, one of the cases like this one, Win01, right? The BU said that I might not want to recover up to this point in time. This is what the Helios detected, that the anonymous happened, but I rather want to have this point. Then the time everything will change, and the next is what you do is do a hit of the recover. The entire infrastructure, the entire Helios will actually integrate back to the data protection system, the data protect from Cohesity, to perform all the file rollback. Okay, that's end my presentation here. I hope you like this, the modern way how we supposed to do when it comes to ransomware detection and recovery. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Gong Long, from your Cohesity side, and it's very interesting lah for Cohesity, which they is how important data management for is so important for during the organization now. So now we will move on to the Q&A. A lot of questions for most of the questions already been answered. We will see. We'll move on to the Q&A now. Yeah. Let's see if there is more questions for the Cohesity or EasiShare. Yeah, there is one question. For EasyShare, how can we position EasyShare over OneDrive, Google Drive, etc. as available in the market? Max?
Okay, hi. So, I mean, basically, when you look at EasyShare versus OneDrive, Google Drive, and other solutions in the market, I think the first thing you look at what use case you want, right? How secure you want it, whether you want total control, total visibility over the files that you have in that said solution. So, as I mentioned earlier in my presentation, we do focus, EasyShare do focus on security, control, and visibility, right? So that's our main differentiator. And if you are an organization that values security, EasyShare does deploy on-premise, right? Does deploy on-premise together with a data management platform like Cohesity. I think you will have one of the safest file sharing solution that's available in the market for you to use. Thanks, CS.
Okay. Any more questions from you guys? Will be maybe we. Oh, one more. This is for Cohesity. Where are the snapshots that Cohesity uses for recovery store?
Okay, where are the snapshot that Cohesity use for recovery store? Okay, so Cohesity is a data platform. Okay, what I'm showing you today throughout my presentation is just use cases as a repository for EasyShare, which we share it through the SMB, and we share it to an NFS or S3 to EasyShare to facilitate, to enhance the value. But when it comes to data management, whatever data ingested through the EasyShare, right, come to Cohesity platform, we will do a snapshot. And then ourselves is a data protection solution also. This data platform is a data protection solution. We do a snapshot, and when we protect, like a backup, like a traditional backup solution, right? We do a snapshot to actually protect those content coming in case come to a virus, or in case come to a ransomware attack. That is where the snapshot going to apply back and roll back to the original. But of course, all this backup can be stored inside the Cohesity platform, and we can actually replicate all this data, the content, and plus the backup snapshot to the DR side or to the cloud, in case you want to create a fully redundant, fully resiliency environment. I hope I answer your question. Thank you.
Yep, and I think we are running out of time, and also there are no more questions from the audience. I will post the last poll questions before we end the session. What are the common and risky scenarios seen in your organization? So the most of the common risks and seen in your organization mostly is ransom attack and unable to secure relevant data and also too expensive to maintain. And the last will be the using third party and data growth but no visibility. I will share the result. And just as I said just now, we will be having a lucky draw. It will be sent to, it will be, the lucky draw will be after the webinar session ends, and we will deliver to the personally to the lucky draws to the respective customers that get chosen. And before we end the session, I would like to let you guys know about EasyShares. If you guys want to try EasyShare features or on their company environment, you all can register for the free trials. Yeah, after the webinar ends, I will send the free trial registration to your personal email. Then if you have any inquiry, then you can contact me from there. Yeah. So so we end our session here. And thank you all for joining us today. And thank you, Max. Thank you, Gong Long. Thanks for your time
Thanks.
for
Thank you.
today's
Thank you.
webinar. All right.
Thank
Stay
you. Thank
safe,
you,
Thanks,
TS.
everyone.
Thank you
everyone.
all.
Stay safe,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Stay safe. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.